Okay, so on this video, we're going to do the Cellmate crossbody bag by, the pattern is by Bags by Cat. Bags by Cat. So if you just Google, or if you're on Facebook, Cellmate Bags by Cat. So, alright, let's go over what you need. You need a D-ring. The pattern calls for 2, I believe, with 2 connectors, but to me, I try to keep my cost low, so because that's just me. So I just use 1, and the only reason I even use 1 is because you have to have a slider, and it's just easier to have 1. So, and your connector, you just need it. I use 1-inch hardware. I think a lot of people use 3/4, but all of my hardware is 1-inch. So again, to keep costs down. So it doesn't matter the length, because I always leave a little bit, and you'll see when we go, whenever I base it on, I always leave a little bit just in case. So there's your connector, slide adjuster, 2 zippers. I don't use zipper tabs, so it doesn't matter the length as long as it is wider than your bag is going to be. So 2 zippers, front bottom panel piece, top piece, front piece, your back piece, 2 linings, and because I use waterproof canvas and vinyl, I don't have to interface, which again saves money. So 2 lining pieces and your pocket piece, waterproof canvas. I get my waterproof canvas from Amazon. Fabric Whole House Direct, I believe, that has a store on Amazon, and it's cheaper there if you use Prime, because you don't have to pay for shipping, than if you were to go to their website. And then you have your strap. I do 60 inches because you never know how tall somebody's going to be. So with this being all vinyl, I have an industrial machine, so it will handle it. But I know, Mom, that you have a you don't, so just be careful with the all vinyl. What else was there? I don't know, so we'll go ahead and get started. So this is the second time I've done this video. And if you don't like my video, the woman that wrote the pattern, she has a video on Facebook, a little bit more professional than I, as this is not my full-time job. There are also a ton of other videos, and I have to apologize now if I curse, because Army girl, and I never sometimes realize that I do, so I apologize now. Anyway, so take your front bottom panel piece and a zipper. We're going to make the zipper pocket. You're going to put it right sides together, zipper pull to the left, facing down. And add your zipper on there. I know you don't like to, but again, to me, it helps keep it straight, so you're not trying to figure it out if you just go ahead and do one at a time. So it should look like that. And take your pocket piece, right sides together, right on top. Line it up. So there you go. If you're using waterproof canvas, the right side is going to feel like fabric, and it's going to look rough. The wrong side is going to be shiny and kind of look like rubber. So across the top, as close to the zipper teeth as you can. Again, the pattern itself tells you exactly all the measurements but I'm not using the pattern right now because I have made like 30 of them. No, well, not 30, about 20 of them already, and this is just how I like to do them, and they come out okay, so no problem. Do it like the pattern or do it however way you want to. It's your bag, your machine, and if you're selling it, then it's still, again, your bag. So bobbin might be something's going on, I think. First off, my machine is going way too fast. Yeah. Something happened. Okay. Mess up, you mess up, you just fix it. So, something happened with my bobbin. Might have it too tight. Put all this back together. All right, let's see what's going on. This machine it's got so many parts to thread through and go around that sometimes you just get wrapped around too many. What the? Well, okay. I'm going to pause you while I thread this machine and figure out what is going on. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, something's going on with my machine. So, okay, again. So across the top, as close to the zipper as you can get. Zipper teeth without going over your zipper teeth. Okay. Machine's being a little finicky this morning. Maybe it's the way I'm sitting. All right. Make sure you cut those threads as you go. Okay. Time to flip. So, you want your seam allowance towards your, just like this, just fold it over towards your lining. Pull that zipper to get it straight, just like we did for the Devon pouch. So, make sure that lining is done. Make sure that when you fold it over, it's all lined up. And again, this is a good time to get your zipper straight. Okay, so top stitch 1/8 of an inch from the edge. It's good to I used the edge of my foot. So, let's see. There we go. All right. I like to burn my thread sometimes, just so, because that's top stitching. So there we go. This is how it should look. Don't worry how it curves down like this. That's the edge. So by the time you get done, this will be all you see. So take your pocket piece and bring it up to your zipper, to the top of the zipper, like this. And you can baste it down, but I do not, because my machine does not like thin material. Like this. So then take your top piece, right sides together, and put all that down. So you should have a sandwich. Pocket, zipper, top piece. All pinned down at the edge. So pocket, zipper, top piece, zipper, and pocket piece. All like that. And stitch again close to the zipper. I stitch mine with my zipper teeth up, even though it makes my material go to the inside of my machine. That way I can, because I don't switch out my feet, so I can rest one side of my foot on top of the zipper teeth, and that gives me a good way to keep my zipper even. Until I get stuck on the zipper. All right. Cut those threads down. Sorry if I'm going through every single thing, but my mother pointed out to me that the pattern most patterns don't tell you basic, simple things. So I've been sewing bags now for about a couple of years. I'm not great at it, but I learned along the way. So when I pick up a pattern, I know that right sides go together. I know where the seam allowance goes for a zipper. I know all of that. Well, as my mom pointed out, if you're new and it doesn't tell you those basic simple things, you're not gonna know. So, all right, so here's your top piece. We're gonna top stitch this. Make sure where you just stitched, the seam allowance goes up towards the top panel. So fold it up. Like Ross said in the Devon video, if you just lay it down and fold this over, it will automatically go towards the top. You want it away from that zipper, and it'll give it that nice poof in your seam. So top stitch here about 1/8 of an inch. Get my zipper out of the way. Pouring rain, and it's raining cats and dogs out here. Alright, so there you go. Now for these, I like to stitch down this side and this side after I get my panel piece done, because then when you unzip this, it kind of keeps it laying flat instead of hanging open. So I keep it flat, and then you can just base that down and then cut and make it completely square. So let's do that. Make sure you do it on the inside of your seam allowance, so as close to the edge as possible. Okay. Open up that zipper, let it lay flat. I get my zippers from Amazon, my number 3s, because you can get a big bulk of different colors for like $8 of 9 inches. But I found a place on the internet that I love, and I'm like a 2-year-old. I like hearing the big pulls. Whenever you move your purse around, you can't hear nothing on this. All right, so that was kind of dumb, whatever. So just cut it square. Make sure if your pocket sticks out anywhere, just good. Move my trash can. All right. So there it is. All right, time to finish the back. So next we'll take our other zipper, pull to the left so they match, right sides together. This is the right side, this is the wrong side. So this side down, pull to the left. Then you're going to take pocket piece, right sides down, right on top. Just like this. So you have your right sides together, so you have lining, zipper, front piece. This light's hot. Okay. Stitch it down. Don't worry about cutting your zipper down. We'll do that when we get going later on. So fold this all over where your zipper is at the very top. So now you should have your panel and lining together with your zipper at the top. And again, this is a good way to get that zipper straight if for some reason you didn't sew it straight. Okay, so there you go. There. Just like that. Okay. And top stitch, again, an 1/8. There's not very many times that you're not going to top stitch on things like this. So there you go. All right. So now you're going to need your connector and a ruler. I don't remember what the pattern calls for, but I do my attachments an inch from the side because my seam allowance is going to be about 1/4. So that gives me another 1/4 between the side and my connector. So 1 inch from the side. I like to put my D-rings on the left side by the zipper head. So measuring, oops. Remember, it goes down like this. I almost just made that mistake. So don't sew it like this. You're going to sew it down like this, 1 inch from the side. And I like to leave, well, this is kind of long, so I'm going to have to leave a little bit more. Actually, let me just go ahead and cut that out. Okay. So, I like to leave a little bit of a tail at the top, like this. That's just my preference. I wouldn't sew it right on there because I had a bag come undone because it was too close to this sew line. So I like to leave a little bit of tail. So 1 inch from the side and baste it down. You have to baste it down. That's still a little bit too long. There we go. Okay. We're going to baste it down at the top of the zipper. And you want to give it a good couple of stitches because you don't know who's going to be carrying these bags, how rough they're going to be. Trim those threads. There you go. That's how it should look for that side. All right, here comes this part. Take your slide adjuster and your strap. Run your strap through the D-ring. Okay. All right. Now run strap through your adjuster on the back side, back to the front side, over the middle. So it should look like this. Like this. All right, then you're going to, this is kind of thick, so I'm only gonna fold it over once. If you have thin nylon, you can fold it over twice. Oh, before I forget, burn, if you're using nylon, burn these edges. Okay. On all of them. All right, there we go. So fold that over. So now this should still be like this, and then like that. And you're going to sew this down. That's if you're using an adjuster. Go, okay, and this is where I also burn these thread ends with my lighter. So, make sure it's all straight. Now, take your other end, make sure your strap is straight. Run it through. the front, through the back, right over that middle, just like that. Pull it through, make sure it's still straight. Then take it, hold it down, make sure that it is straight. Okay. Again, leave yourself a little bit of tail, an inch from the side, and baste it down to your zipper. You don't have to do it this way. If you do 2 connectors with 2 D-rings, then you don't have the bulk of the strap in your way whenever you go to do this next step. But like I said, I don't see the point in 2 connectors. At least most people I know don't switch out their straps, so whatever. You can if you want. It's not necessary though. Okay. Alright. So there you go. Make sure that's an inch. And that's an inch. Okay. Now, I like to make my strap as small as possible, especially because this nylon is a little bit thicker than what I normally work with. Okay. So take your back piece, because we're almost done. Right sides together on top. Don't worry about clipping that zipper down just yet. Make sure it all lines up. Make sure you pull your connector and strap up, because it'll pull that zipper down. See, just like that. Now, because of all this bulk, if you feel comfortable, you don't have to, but if you don't feel comfortable, baste that down right there. But, or you can go ahead, add your lining, right sides together. So, it should be back panel facing your front panel, and your 2 lining pieces facing together. There you go. So, again, lining pieces facing together, back and front facing together. And sew that zipper down. I'm going to do it this way because my zipper head's in the way. So I'm not left-handed. I like to go a couple of times over my connectors again. Wait, am I getting on top of my zipper? I think I messed up. We'll see. That's where all my connectors are. I think I accidentally got on my zipper. Yep, sure did. Okay. If you mess up, just unpick it and do it again. So, let's see, right past that connector I got onto my zipper. It slid from me. Okay. I would pause to do this and then start over, but you know, I never see videos of people actually messing up in their work, having to fix it. So, me and my mom were talking about that. So there you go, Mom. So, I got that off the zipper. All right. Okay. So we're just going to sew back over that. Just have to be careful with the vinyl because you sew too many times and the same spot is going to tear. Alright, let me get back over that just a little bit. I wanted to catch that where I sewed before. Alright. Make sure, definitely, get all that done. So, now we're going to top stitch. So pull that. Make sure though that your connectors and strap lay towards what's already been top stitched. So you don't want to top stitch them like this. You want to top stitch just like this. Make sure that zipper is straight, everything is flat. On this, on top stitching, you do not have to go over connectors again. That's why we did it before, because nobody will be able to see it. That's also why I leave it a little bit of a tail, because you're sewing over it so many times that it probably could tend to cut the nylon of your webbing. If you have cotton, most likely not, but I use nylon, so and it can cut, so move the nylon threads around. So if you give it a little bit of tail, to me it's just better. Okay, so there you go. Now to finish the bag. Make sure your strap is as short as it can go. Open up this zipper to the middle. First off, make sure your zipper can open. Huh. Okay. It's being finicky. There we go. Okay. I might have to finish this one up for the video and then redo it. For some reason, it's not wanting to zip up. Alright, let me see what I did wrong. Alright, let me show you what I did. And then I gotta pause you so I can fix it. I didn't pull the lining down far enough. So see that right there? My zipper is getting caught on that. So I need to unpick all of this